What is going on, everyone? Guess what? It's Friday, the end of an awesome streaming week here on DSPGaming, and it's time for the Level 1 podcast. Today, we have an absolutely positively stacked show. Yesterday was both Sony's State of Play as well as the Silent Hill transmission. I have a ridiculous amount of tabs open in my browser of stuff to react to today. Games were dropped. Games were updated with release dates. New initiatives were announced. It was basically like mini E3. It was pretty cool. All right. So we've got so much to talk about when it comes to the future and when it comes to the gaming landscape this year. And I am very excited to check all that out with you. Plus, we're playing a new game out of nowhere, a shadow dropped 2D God of War game. We're actually going to look at the trailer for it, and we're going to check it out today. It's going to be exciting. All right, so get ready, because I'm coming in hot, and I'm coming in insanely loud. It's time for a week-ending episode of the Level 1 podcast. Alrighty, everybody. How you doing this morning? I hope you're doing well. It's time for the Level 1 podcast on Friday the 13th. Well, maybe that explains a few things. How are you all doing today? That actually does explain a few things now that I'm thinking about it. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you are ready for a full day of gaming fun here on the channel. There is so much going on in the realm of video games within the last 24 hours. I cannot wait. I absolutely cannot wait to talk all about it here on today's show. And so, prepare your butts for excitement, all right? So how y'all doing? It's been a crazy week, right? It absolutely has. And I hope that you all are in good spirits and ready for some fun today, all right? It should be a good day. And I'm excited because not only do we get to react to all this new stuff coming up, but we actually get to try a new game, which I'm curious if it's going to be good or not. Honestly, a 2D God of War game, I never saw that coming. I mean, it seems like that's all the rage these days, isn't it? That now they pump out a new game, but it's a retro game, meaning it plays like an old-style game even though it's brand new. So, I guess we will see how it is. I didn't even look at it yet. I already bought it. Seriously, like, I already purchased the game. I booted up my PS5 Pro for the first time in, like, ages. I think the last time I played it was either Death Stranding 2 or Capcom vs. SNK 2 last year, and I haven't used it since. Okay, so I got all the updates. I got it going. I'm excited for today, and I hope that you all are too. All right? So this is going to be a packed podcast, just to forewarn everyone, because there's so much to react to, and we got to get to it. But before we get there, let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just go ahead and jump headfirst into it so I can talk about this and get it out of the way, and then we can move on to gaming. All right? So, last night, something crazy happened out of nowhere, completely unexpected. All right, let's talk about it. So, I'm in bed with my wife. All right? My wife's asleep. I'm not asleep because I'm more of a night owl. I stay up later. In fact, I've told you guys many times I kind of stay up late, sometimes doing work, just sometimes relaxing. And it just so happens that I am just on the internet, on YouTube, and in my recommended, I see a video. It's Wings of Redemption. He's actually streaming, but it says he's playing Arc Raiders. And I'm like, wait a minute. Wings of Redemption is playing Arc Raiders? He doesn't play Arc Raiders. He hates that game. He detests that game. So I know that something is up. All right? So I clicked on it. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have said, I'll have some self-restraint. Let's not do this. But I clicked on it, okay? So I start watching Wings stream. And basically what's happened is Wings of Redemption is in a party with two guys who I don't know who they are, okay? I'm assuming they're acquaintances or people that he knows that he's done co-op with before. And I'm like, well, this will be interesting because I played Arc Raiders for a couple of months. I'm curious, what the gameplay will be. He doesn't play this game, right? And so as I'm watching it, it becomes fascinating because he's playing it totally the opposite of how most people do. He's outright saying in his commentary, I hate this game and I hate looting. Looting is for wimps and a word I can't say. And basically, you should be killing everyone, right? You should be killing everyone. That's the whole, and the teammates are like, well, that's not really how you play. It's really PvE. You're supposed to like team up. And yes, you can snake people, but you're not supposed to. And Wings is just like, no, we should go be killing people right now. So it ends up being this crazy stream of him teaming up with these guys, right? I watched it for maybe like 15 minutes. And then all of a sudden, as I'm listening to the stream, I realize something's up because the commentary of the guys, I started noticing that the things that they're saying is kind of like sneak disses. All right? Like they said to him, what's that meme? It's a countdown. It's like 14, 13, 12 times or something like that. That's a detractor meme against Wings. I don't even know what it means, but that's a detractor meme, okay? One guy literally can't stop talking about otters. I don't even know what that is. Something new? I don't know. But anyway, so basically, it's the age of consent meme. See, people are informing me now because I don't even know what these are. People are saying that's the age of consent meme against Wings, okay? So basically, these guys are doing these memes that are totally anti-Wings, and he is completely oblivious to it. Completely oblivious to it. I'm like, I know what's going to happen. These guys are going to do something to get Wings in trouble. That's why they've teamed up with him here. So I'm basically trying to now type in chat to tell Wings, hey, Wings, FYI, this is a problem. These guys, I don't know who they are, but literally every other word out of their mouths is a detractor meme at this point, and you're not catching on. They're going to do something. Like, this is some kind of a setup, right? I go to type in his chat, and it won't go through. Like, it looks like it's going through, but it's not going through. And I'm like, what is happening here? I can't talk to the guy. And then I thought back, and I'm like, wait a minute. Do you remember what happened a couple months ago or a few months ago? So back in December, if you remember, Wings was supposed to be on my podcast, this show, okay? And he canceled. I then tried to reschedule a few times, and he started ignoring me and not responding, okay? And the only way that I could get his attention was to go onto one of his live streams at around the same time that I did last night, okay? Because that's when he broadcasts. Like, he's always kind of broadcasting at ridiculous hours. And I jumped on there and was trying to get his attention then to get an answer about, hey, will you join my stream or whatever? And apparently one of his moderators permanently timed me out, which means I'm not banned. Like, I can see the chat and I can try to type, but my text never goes through. Now, I didn't know that because I haven't tried to type in a Wings chat in like 2 months, right? So now here we are in a situation where I absolutely need him to see that he's about to get into trouble with these guys. I'm trying to help the guy, and my text won't go through. So the first thing that I do, I jump on Discord and I try to message him, and I don't know if he's going to see that or not because he's in the middle of the game. So I'm like, what else can I do? Oh, yeah, I could just log into my other account because the thing is, if you haven't noticed, when we react to stuff, I'm using my DSP Reacts account because that's the one that I have as a YouTube premium sub, so I don't see ads on YouTube. So that's what I use to watch videos. But I also, of course, have my DSPGaming account, which is my verified account and everything on YouTube. I don't have the premium membership on that one, but it still works. So I said, I'll switch accounts. So I switched accounts. I jumped back into his chat. Okay. And now I'm trying to talk to the guy. And again, he's basically not seeing me. And I'm like, the only way I'm going to get this guy's attention so he doesn't get in trouble, I'll send him a super chat. So I send him a super chat, all right, because I want him to stop playing with these guys. I'm like, dude, if you keep playing with these guys, they're going to mess with you. They're going to make content for detractors. This is awful. So I send him the super chat, all right, And then finally, he sees it. He reads it. And he's like, oh, okay. And basically he says he stops the game, like he ended that game. He rushed to end the game because he saw my super chat warning him that these guys were doing detractor stuff. And he says, I'm going to go on a break. Okay? And I'm like, oh no. He leaves their mics on. He walks away from his stream, leaving these guys' microphones on. I can't explain that. Okay? So he goes and he does it. And guess what happens when he walks away to use the bathroom? Just take a wild guess. Could you... Let's see. Top 5 things that would happen. Number 1, that's what happened. Okay? They said the N-word on his stream multiple times. Now, I think it was a clip. I don't think they were saying it. But there was some clip that they kept playing. And he just kept saying the N-word over and over and over in a loop publicly on his stream. So he comes back, and now me and his moderators are trying to tell him, dude, you have to shut this down like right now, because if you don't, YouTube is going to end up holding you accountable. Oh, people are saying that's a clip of him saying it. Now, I don't know that. All I know is it was someone saying the N-word. People are saying it's a clip of him saying it. I didn't know that. So you guys are informing me more than I would know of any of this stuff, okay? So basically, I'm like, you got to shut this down, dude. You're going to get in massive trouble if this is on your channel. So he did. He shut down the stream. He deleted it. He restarted the stream. And basically, I was in chat and I was, talking to him. And then he called me on Discord. Now, I was not expecting that at all. Like, I was intending to just maybe have a chat with him in the chat for like a couple minutes, 30 minutes, maybe just talk and see how he's doing and see what just happened. Like, who are these guys? Why are they messing with him like that? And he calls me on Discord, all right? I shouldn't have answered because it was the middle of the morning, right? So what I did is, he's called me on Discord. I got out of bed. I came in here, and I answered his call, and we talked for like 30 minutes about everything. We talked about these guys who were trying to mess with him, and he thought that they were his friends, and because he had done co-op with them before, and I'm like, dude, they're not your friends. This is the same as your other co-op buddies, and people are trying to bait you all the time. And we had a long conversation, probably like 30, 40 minutes, I would say, about a million things, okay? So that's that. That's what happened. And then basically what happened was, as we were talking, my wife woke up and walked across the house and opened the door and said, you're being insanely loud over here. Why are you doing this in the middle of the morning? And rightfully so, she has the right to yell at me. I shouldn't have done that in the middle of the morning. My fault. I already apologized to her. I shouldn't have done that. She has the right to sleep. Just because I'm more of a night owl and I stay up later and she goes to sleep earlier than me because she works earlier. It's messed up that I should have never taken the call. What I should have done was denied the call and instead said to Wings, hey, I'm not going to take your call, but we can talk in chat because my wife is asleep next to me here. But I didn't do that, okay? So, basically, look at these idiots. What are you talking about? She woke up and walked across the house. Yes, I just said I left the bedroom and came into the office to talk to Wings because I didn't want to wake up my wife, and then I ended up waking up my wife because I'm an idiot, okay? So, anyway, it is what it is, all right? And basically, there's nothing bad about the conversation we had whatsoever at all. I think that hopefully it was a conversation that he will get something out of. Notably, just in summary, the guy is miserable and doesn't want to stream games anymore. Like, he outright doesn't want to do it, but he says he's trapped and he can't really do any other kind of work. And I was trying to get him to figure out, what is it that you want to do then? Do you want to be a podcaster? Do you want to make other kinds of content? He's got to figure something out for himself, if not just sitting. I mean, the dude is now at the point where he's playing Arc Raiders at 1 o'clock in the morning with 2 people who he thinks are his friends who are actually trolls, who are spamming the N-word on his mic, on his stream. This is not the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not the way. Now, in reality, you guys are right. I probably shouldn't be bothering. Like, why is it my problem? It's not. It's not my problem. It's his problem to figure out his own life. But, I'd like to try to help people, and maybe that's just not my job, and I should step back. Maybe that's the case. Maybe I should just be like, all right, you know what? Wings is Wings. If he's going to make mistakes, he's going to make mistakes, and I can't stop him from making those mistakes. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So that's what happened, and basically at this point, yeah, Now I'm never going to be accepting calls from Wings of Redemption in the middle of the morning ever again on Discord. That's probably a bad idea, particularly because it's going to wake up my wife and, you know, will anything ever come of it? Like, I hope that he got something out of the conversation. I don't know if he did. I hope he took some of the stuff that I said to heart. I do feel like Wings can succeed. Okay? Seriously, I know that he can succeed. 100%. I feel for the guy. But he has to get out of this, this loop that basically he's stuck in. This loop of he can't make money, he can't get views, he can't get any kind of notoriety on the internet. His trolls are the reason because they troll him and mess up with his content. So then it gets him depressed. So then he drinks soda and he eats bad and he can't sleep. And that screws up his schedule. So then he can't do other things either. And now his whole life is messed up. And then it just gives more ammo to his trolls to make more content, which then messes with him. You see what I'm saying? It's an endless loop. He needs to break the loop. I can't do it for him. No one can do it for him. He's got to do it for himself, right? And I hope that he will, but there's not much I can do about it, you know? To be honest, I feel like something that he should do is stop just doing gameplay constantly. He should, and he should move on to other kinds of conversational content. Because the thing is, the Lolcow Live thing he was doing was the right way, just in the wrong format. I think that Wings can do really good in a talking format, a podcast, or as a guest on a show, but not Lolcow Live. Lolcow Live is a degrading show where it's constant embarrassment and constant what's the next stunt or prank we can pull to, as he said, to turn it into a marathon. You know what I'm saying? And he shouldn't do that. He shouldn't be trying to just completely embarrass himself constantly to make money. It should be content that he wants to make. And that was the problem with Lolcow Live. It's obvious he didn't want to make that content, but it was the only content he could make to make money, right? So he needs to find that balance where he can make content he's okay making, and it also makes him money. I found that. I'm lucky enough and I'm happy enough to know that I'm here. I'm a podcaster. I'm also a gamer. I could do all these fun things, and I love doing them, and I make a living doing it. He's miserable with what he's doing. At least that's what he says, and you got to take him at face value for what he's saying, right? So I'm sad that I feel like no matter what I do, I might not get through to the guy, you know? I'm not saying that I would be the guy to do it. Like, maybe every once in a while I like him on my show as a guest, but I don't think that I could run a consistent show with him because, again, he doesn't have any set schedule. He doesn't have any consistency. He says he hates that. So I don't know what else I could possibly do. You know what I mean? Like, what else could I do to help the guy? I don't know. I mean, but basically, that's what happened last night. All right. And I wanted to talk about it this morning so that you should know exactly what happened. All right. There you go. That's what happened. I was insanely loud and I disturbed my wife and she got upset with me, and rightfully so. She should have gotten upset with me because I shouldn't have had that conversation at 1 to 1:30 or 2 o'clock in the morning with how late it was. Like I said, I was watching his stream and then got caught up with what was going on, trying to help him. And next thing I know, here we are having a conversation on Discord that we shouldn't be having that time of the day. Right. So it is what it is. Enjoy, because it's already on the internet. I'm sure everyone's clipped it and put it all over the place. All right. And that's that. Okay, cool. Let's do some quick shout outs, and then we will get to massive amounts of reacting here on the podcast. Okay, cool. So let's see. Someone tipped $2 says, spill the tea and dish the dirt, girlfriend. Oh my God. Well, I did. I spilled the tea and I dished the dirt. There you are. Enjoy. Someone also tipped $2, says, well, now you at least prove your detractors wrong about your wife leaving you. I hope you and Kat patch things up afterwards. Yeah, it was no big deal. Basically, hung up. I said, you know, I had to leave to Wings. Got back into bed, and I typed in Wings chat one more time, said, sorry, I had to go. You know, I shouldn't have basically done that. And that was that. And we're good, you know? We went to sleep, woke up this morning, I apologized to her again, and we're fine. It's no big deal. As I said, yeah, I'm not stupid. I'm not going to accept Discord calls at 2 a.m. again. That was dumb of me. I never should have accepted the call. That was really stupid. Okay? There you go. Alex from Phoenix did a $5 super chat and says, you stepping in to prevent his stream from being shut down was the right call. But like you said, you can't help anyways. Cheers. I literally tried my best in every way possible to get the guy's attention, and still his trolls got to do that. And it's like, you know, you see the house burning down and you yell to everyone fire and you call the fire department and you break the windows open so people can get out of the house. You're doing everything you possibly can and the house still burns down. And it's like, oh. Fuck. Damn it. Okay. Anyway, thank you. Let's see. Cabal, 38 months as a member, says push Wings on his consistency and getting a co-op. At this point, no, I don't think I'm going to push Wings on anything. Wings already knows. I would love to have him as a guest on this show during normal hours, not 1 in the morning. He also knows that I would be willing at some point to maybe do something with him, whether it's an ongoing thing, whether it's gameplay. He knows this. He can't consistently respond. Like, he doesn't respond to Discord DMs. He just doesn't. It's insanely rare when he does. He won't have a consistent schedule. He won't set up something. I'm shocked. Now that I know him better, I'm honestly shocked he showed up to the show in October. Really, I am. I'm 100%, my jaw's dropping now. When he showed up, I was like, oh, that's cool. And then, you know, I don't know. No, but Banana Jose, you're right. He says, hasn't she said before sound travels far in your house? Yes. And that's what I mean. That's why this was incredibly stupid of me to accept a call in the morning. I should have said, no, that's going to be too loud. No matter where I go in my house, she's going to hear me. But I'm dumb, and I came over here. I thought, oh, soundproofing in my studio. She'll never hear me. And, of course, it was loud as shit, you know, because I'm stupid. Okay. So, Cabal, thanks. Mozzie did a $2 super chat. He says, hope you slept well last night, laughing out loud. After the call, I slept like a rock. You know? There was no big deal. Like I said, between my wife and I, it's no big deal. But, of course, you know, everyone on the internet has to make it into something it's not. Who cares? Okay. So, have we addressed... Oh, Chris, by the way, thank you so much. Chris, 7 months as a member, says, good to see you. Good to see you, Chris. Good to have you on the stream. So I hope that addressed it. Are we good now? Can we move on? Because I got a lot of reacting to do today, quite frankly. And I'd like to get to it. All right? Now that we've addressed everything. So now, yes, it's okay. You can use an insanely loud meme in the chat. Yes, you can make fun of me that I woke my wife up in the middle of the morning and she ran across the house to yell at me because I'm an idiot. That's okay. I'm serious. You can joke about that. Because I did it. It's truthful. It happened. You know, it's not an exaggeration. It's not the detractors taking a nugget of truth and extrapolating it into a lie. It's truthful. It happened. It's my fault. It's a mistake I made last night. Okay? So everyone make fun of me. I give you permission. Make fun of me. Okay? But that's the only chance you have. Anything else, you're incredibly on thin ice. You understand me? So you better only make fun of the one thing that I approve of you making fun of me for. Okay. What's up, King Michael? How you doing, man? All right. Are we good? Cool. Someone tipped $1.50 and says, when you hear Wing saying things like he hates streaming and he hates playing games, do you really think people will show up to those streams? The wrong people will. His trolls will. Because they want to see him miserable. So the people who hate him will show up to see him be miserable on stream when he says that kind of stuff. I mean, that's kind of the whole thing I'm trying to get through to him. I'm like, dude, you overshare too much. Sometimes you have to have a thought and keep it in the brain. Don't have it come out the mouth. But he has a bad pattern of going too far with what he shares. He overshares all the time. Even if he's miserable on stream, he shouldn't be telling his audience he's miserable on stream. No one wants to be there then, you know? Or he should really try hard with his audience who care about him to figure out what it is he can do on stream that's productive and positive and fun. Rather than, well, I know I hate Arc Raiders, but it's the only thing anyone will be here for, so let's play Arc Raiders and I'll just, you know, yell at the game the whole time. I don't think that's going to work. You know what I mean? Or you know what I'm saying? What? Based Off Real says, do you think Wings tried to set you up by letting other people record the call? What on earth are you talking about? Dude, it was public. It was on his stream. Of course people recorded the call. I knew it was on his stream. I was watching his stream, I told you. There was no setup. That's ridiculous. Is that what people are saying? That he was trying to set me up? Absolutely not. That's not what happened at all. Please, the guy's got enough shit on his plate of people saying that he did stuff. Don't invent something, okay? Seriously. Okay. All right. Are we good? Are we good now? I'm serious. Like, I just want to, it's out of the way. We talked about it. Now we can move on because we have over an hour left. We can react to this ridiculous amount of videos, right? Are we cool? Would I consider doing drama content with Wings? I don't want to do drama content. I just don't know how much more I can explain to you guys. I don't want to do drama content. I want to talk about all these games. I want to play games. That's the content I want to make with you guys. All right? It's not, you know, I make money off drama. That's LOLcow Live right there, and that's not what I ever want to do. Okay? All right, are we ready? Good. People are saying react time. Let's do it. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad we can move on. I'm glad that now we can talk about games because we got a lot of crap to talk about today. Okay? Seriously. So let's go. Let's just start. I'm going to mute the music. We got so many. Where to start? Let's start with this, actually. I've got so many tabs open. This is ridiculous. This will be a humongous react show today. Okay? So, let's go. Let's start with this one. Here we go. Ready, folks? Live reacting to the final Resident Evil Requiem trailer. Hopefully it's not too loud. If it is, I'll adjust it.
6 survivors of Raccoon City, all dead from the same thing.
Yeah, that's not good. Victor purchased a building after Umbrella went under. The Rhodes Hill Chronic Care Center.
So wait a minute. They're back in Raccoon City and it's repopulated and they're using the city? Didn't they hit it with a nuke? Would they be back that fast? I'm trying to think. Oh no, the video is insanely loud. If it is loud, let me know and I'll adjust it. But no, didn't they nuke Raccoon City at the end of Resident Evil 3 or 2? And that was what, supposed to be the late 90s, early 2000s? So is this supposed to be taking place present day? It's not, right? Because how could you be back in Raccoon City? Wouldn't it be like a fucking crater? I mean, even if they tried to rebuild, don't you have to wait for the fallout to clear out and stuff? I don't know. Yakko Mighty says the property prices went really way down. Everyone moved back for cheap. Okay.
You okay? What does Victor want with you?
What do you mean?
So wait, that's hilarious. That scientist doctor guy's name is Victor, the guy who's like all deformed, you know, he looks like he had experiments done to him, like Victor Frankenstein. Wow.
I grabbed you for a reason. Did you find anything on Opus?
Not yet. Nothing on the servers at the CIA or the Pentagon.
The zombie parts look cool.
You are an ignorant fool.
Leon,
Yeah, this is Raccoon City, so I guess it is rebuilt and repopulated.
we're running out of time.
Oh god, he's infected? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Was that a current virus, or is that Las Plagas? Because he was infected with Las Plagas in Resident Evil 4. Huh.
Why me?
That's Victor, right?
The team has settled on a person of interest. A former T-virus researcher.
Because my master made you who you are.
So she's an experiment.
Raccoon City was where it all began for me.
Oh, please don't let her be a freaking mold monster like Ethan. Ugh.
I'm coming with you.
I hope not.
We can talk. What do you want to know?
I don't want any more regrets. Whatever it takes, count me in.
It's been a while since you've been back there.
So that's Raccoon City. So all that stuff we saw before wasn't Raccoon City. This is Raccoon City now. Where's he going?
Yeah.
The police station? Alright, admittedly, that's cool. There's going to be a stage in the game that's the police station for Resident Evil 2. That's cool. That's really cool, actually. Alright, that looks great to me. The only thing I'm nervous about, I mean, I'm serious. I want it to be about zombies. I want it to be about, if it's Requiem, right? And they're going back to the beginning, I want it to go back to the beginning. I don't want it to be like a bait and switch where you're playing it and then all of a sudden, it's back to the stupid mold monster plotline. I hated that plotline from Resident Evil 7 and 8. I'm sorry, I did. It kind of like retcons all the interesting stuff about the T-virus and everything because, oh, the mold was the origin. It's so dumb. All right, that looks great. Obviously, I'm very excited for the end of this month when I will be playing that on release day, probably all day. Okay, let's keep going. We've got so many things to react to. We have an update on Marvel Tokon. All right, not only the roster, but apparently has a release date now. Okay, for those who don't know, Marvel Tokon is the upcoming fighting game from the makers. I think it's from the makers of Guilty Gear. Like, isn't it Arc Systems who made this? The Shi'ar homeworld. Shi'ar is an alien race, for those who don't know. There's Gladiator, who's supposed to be like their head protector, but it looks like someone kicked his ass. Someone stole their planet? What the hell?
Trembles. Mother Earth herself senses the coming battle. The world may hate us, we still have to save it. A true team is unbreakable.
Is that actually what they're called now? Are they called the Unbreakable X-Men? I mean, I haven't read comics since the 90s when it was just Uncanny X-Men and regular X-Men. I didn't know if there was Unbreakable X-Men.
Stand against the storm.
Is it team leader Storm? Storm is the leader of the X-Men now? Man, I'm really out of the loop on this stuff. I didn't know she was the team leader.
Feel the power of Mother Earth.
Let me at them, Storm. Limbo is waiting.
Also, I have to ask, is Magic a major character now? Because at one point, ages ago, she was. And then she stopped being, like, everywhere in the comics for ages. But now I'm seeing her. I mean, she's in games. She's in everything now. So is she, like, back as a major character in the X-Men again? Because I'm not aware of that.
And I'm starving for your soul!
And for the record, she's really not a mutant, is she? Doesn't she command magic? That's why her name is Magic. So really, I don't know. It's kind of weird that she's part of the X-Men.
I've got this one.
All right, I mean, it would have been pretty silly if they didn't have Wolverine in this game, to be honest. So it's cool that he's in there.
Initiating attack. I am all that remains of Shi'ar technology.
I was just going to say, I think I heard of this happening in the comic, but I didn't read it or know the story. So isn't it that the Danger Room, which is the virtual reality room that the X-Men train in, which is actually Shi'ar technology? Professor Xavier actually got that as a gift from the Shi'ar Empire when basically the X-Men rescued them in the comic books. So she became sentient. I guess the Danger Room became sentient and became its own person. AI, right? And now it's an X-Man. And now she's saying, I'm all that's left of Shi'ar technology. So I guess they're saying the Shi'ar Empire is destroyed, right? Because like we saw, the planet got destroyed in the lore.
Prepare to be disassembled. Surrender to avoid further danger.
Let's finish this.
We are stronger together.
Okay, so there's your release date, and that was like the big info dump at on this game at State of Play, is that's coming out in August. Okay, however, I will say this. I like how the game looks, but one of the actual big criticisms that the FGC have had of this game during the 2 playtests that have come out, they're basically saying the game looks good, but every single character basically plays exactly the same. Meaning, the game is an easy mode fighting game meant to be very accessible to anyone. Obviously, they want to sell the game. It's Marvel, right? But they're like, yeah, every character's like dash up, mash a button, do a special move, mash a button, do a special move, call out your assist, keeps comboing, special move, special move. Like, it's just everyone plays exactly the same. And even all the assists that come out, like when you call out a teammate to help you, they're all the same. So if you do projectile, everyone does a projectile exactly the same way, throws it in the same line, and it works the same thing. So every character is just a facelift. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, Captain America kind of plays like Doom, who kind of plays like Storm. And if that's the case, that's not good. The whole idea of a fighting game with a wide roster of characters is that they all play dramatically different. That way you can have one character who's a zoner and throws projectiles only, one character who's a rushdown who does combos, one character who's a grappler. If the whole game plays the same, it's going to be boring. You know what I mean? Like, casual players might like it because it'll look flashy, but as for competition, you might be bored with this game within minutes. So I guess we'll have to see. I haven't played it. I actually got into both playtests, but never had a chance to play. I was too busy or off those days. So I'm interested. It comes out August. I want to play it. It's a Marvel fighting game. I'm sure at the very least we'll get some good entertainment out of it. People will tune in to see what I think, but I don't know if I'm going to like it, you know? It's all modern Marvel, too, which I'm not even up on the lore of most of these characters. Like, people were saying that Ghost Rider is some new Ghost Rider and stuff. Like, oh, I don't know anything about a new Ghost Rider. So I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. Visually, it looks good, right? Visually, I think that game looks good, but I don't know how it's going to play, and I think that's really the key here. That's what we've got to figure out, okay? All right, so up next, here's the thing. Yesterday, there was a trailer that released for Silent Hill Transmission, but there was also a whole Silent Hill Townfall, but then there was also a Silent Hill Transmission that went more into detail. What we could do now is let's watch the short trailer. If you guys want to go more in depth, okay, then go ahead. All right? Okay. Fish Fry, thanks for the super chat. I don't care what you're talking about. Seriously, I just don't give a shit. Okay. I think that's like $2 or $3 there. Thank you. All right. Let's continue. Let's watch the Silent Hill. Lance Catamaran, thank you for a gifted sub. Let's get that on the leaderboard. No, Super Bonchon, you can bring up last night, just not this idiot trying to conspiracy fish. I don't even know what he's saying. He's talking about, you said you were in the other room? I don't care. I already told you what happened last night. There's no reason to go further into it. Joke about it as you want. Be a conspiracy moron. You're not going to get anything. You're an idiot. Okay. Let's go. Is it ready? It's ready. So let's react to the Silent Hill Townfall trailer. All right. And then later on, if we want to further investigate, we can watch the other video. But the other video is like 30 minutes long. And I want to watch other stuff besides Silent Hill. Okay, here we go.
Simon, listen to me. You can't stay in this room forever.
This room?
I can't stay in this room forever. I know this is going to be hard.
What are they talking about?
But you have to come back to me. Come back to me, Simon.
Who's Simon? Is that a name from a previous Silent Hill game? I don't recognize it. Simon Belmont. Oh, okay. There we go.
I woke up in the water again. But this time it's different.
St. Amelia. Oh, interesting. I have no idea why all this just popped up. I think I hit a button by accident. I must have. What the hell did I hit? V? Apparently when you hit V, it shows videos. What was that? You made no money. Let's shut it down. Bully magnets. That's interesting. Windless. We may watch the Windless trailer. Okay. But anyway, I wanted to pause it and say, St. Amelia. First fairy leaves. Last fairy leaves. Continuous service. St. Amelia. Doesn't ring a bell, does it? St. Amelia? Hold on. Let's watch this again. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. The heart of St. Amelia for those we lost. Whatever heart this town had has stopped. This town is ours.
To fix what happened.
Huh?
But no matter what I do,
You can't fix it. It doesn't let us change things.
Very, very Silent Hill 2-esque, is it not? Does it not seem like Silent Hill 2? This is creepy. He's got a hospital wristband on. So was that him in the hospital room in a coma and someone's talking to him? So is this he's stuck in a coma and the coma is him being tortured endlessly in this Silent Hill-esque situation?
You did what you did.
Look. Huh. Wow. What the hell? Oh! What is going on? Oh, man. It's first person. Wow. It's coming this year, but there's no date. Huh. First person Silent Hill. I mean, to be honest, that looks more like Silent Hill than Silent Hill F did, right? It almost seems like it's very similar vibes to, say, Silent Hill 2. Is he already dead? Is he stuck in a coma? And now he's being tortured by his past and traumatic things that happened to him? Yeah. Yeah, oh, that's true. Jacob's Ladder. Remember Jacob's Ladder? That book and movie? Very, very, like, vibes of that. Yeah, for sure. Huh. I mean, like, I'm interested. I am. That, to me, that looks way more interesting than Silent Hill F was. At least that feels like Silent Hill. Now, it may not take place in Silent Hill, but it feels like Silent Hill. You know what I mean? I don't know. A lot of people might have issue with it. Coming this year, but no actual release date. I guess we'll see. St. Amelia is supposed to be a fictional Scottish island or town, I'm being told in the chat. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So, yeah, they did a whole transmission broadcast yesterday, but I think rather than watch that, let's do a lot of other reacting, and then maybe we'll get back to that later. So, this, I just want to talk about this. There's not really a trailer, but I do want to talk about this. Check this out. After 18 freaking years, finally, Metal Gear Solid 4 will finally be cross-platform. It's no longer stuck as a PS3 exclusive. They have announced Konami Master Collection, or Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2. So it's going to have Metal Gear Solid 4, Peace Walker, and Ghost Babel. So Peace Walker, that was a multiplayer game, was it not? On like PSP, was it? And I played it because they actually ported it to consoles after the fact. And I had played that, I think, with my longtime former co-op partner, John Rambo. We did a playthrough of that at one point together. And that was pretty fun. But I don't remember it, honestly. Metal Gear Solid 4. So I played it when it was new. That was before I was a YouTuber. Then I did later play it as a YouTuber on PS3 when I was still capturing from PS3. So I have actually played through Metal Gear Solid 4 once, but it was a long, long time ago. I wouldn't mind playing it again, but just to forewarn everyone, it's insanely long because of the cutscenes. The gameplay elements are incredibly short in the game. It's like, not even kidding, it's like 30 minutes of gameplay, 90 minutes of cutscenes. Hour of gameplay, hour of cutscenes. That's how Kojima paced the game. The ending is insane. It's like over 2 hours or something of cutscenes. I'm not even kidding. So I would be down to play it again. And it is coming out, as you can see here, August 27th. I already got it in my game release schedule. I'm down to play that if you want. That's up to you guys. You guys let me know if you want to see me do another run in Metal Gear Solid 4 or not. Okay? Cyber Elk, thank you 14 months as a member and says, hope you're doing well. I can't wait for Metal Gear Solid 4. There you go. Cool. All right, let's continue on. Because, again, I'm not kidding. There was so much they revealed. Up next, a humongous update on the next Control game, which is apparently coming out this year. And here is the big reveal of its gameplay and stuff. Oh, this is how you don't play Metal Gear Solid 4. Just gifted a sub. Someone way ahead of the curve. Already going to make one. There you go. Thank you for the contribution this morning. Okay. All right, let's see. This is Control, the new one. This is just nuts. Look at this. I mean, how different is this game from the first one? The first one, the major criticism I had about Control 1 was that the gameplay, the combat, was boring. All you did was, like, run or hover around, go behind cover, pop out, shoot, throw items, go behind cover again. It was very repetitive and very boring. I loved the story. I loved the puzzles. I loved, like, the element. The world design was all creepy and fun and very interesting. Very sci-fi-esque. Like I said, I remember it reminded me of the TV show Fringe from back in the 2000s. But the gameplay loop just wasn't satisfying for me. All right? Now it looks like they've actually completely redesigned the gameplay from the ground up. Like, it's totally new now, right?
I see the spotlights.
And you're getting closer. Listen, Dylan, we're getting distress calls from the theater, but research thinks we might have a Resonant on our hands.
And by the way, Dylan, wasn't he the guy who was in the coma in the first game, supposedly causing a lot of the disturbances? So now he's the main character.
One should have survived that.
Then I'll hurry.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mikael Kasurinen, and
Hello.
I'm the creative director of Control Resonant.
How are you?
Game-changing sequel to Control. What you are seeing here is an early mission captured from our in-development build. We play as Dylan Faden, our supernaturally gifted hero, in a version of Manhattan like you haven't seen before.
This is insane. You know what this reminds me of? Prototype. That's exactly what this reminds me of right now. Prototype. Or even Infamous to some extent, but I would say more Prototype. Yeah.
We recently acquired Shift, an ability that empowers Dylan to seamlessly move through gravity anomalies and adapt to the world around him. Here we are showcasing a set of different forms of Dylan's main weapon, the Aberrant, can take, and his supernatural abilities.
No, you just pushed it right off the edge.
Different ones you can discover
Bye-bye.
to suit your playstyle.
No, this is Prototype.
While in combat,
It actually is Prototype. Look at it. The difference is that you're floating and flying, but it plays like Prototype. And of course, Prototype eventually turned into games like Spider-Man. The modern Spider-Man games are basically the modern versions of a game like Prototype.
Any updates for me?
Kind of. You'll know it when you hear it. Just try to stay alive out there, okay?
Yeah, it's very Spider-Man-esque.
Almost there, Zoe. What the hell is that thing?
Oh, wow. That's cool. I'll just say this. I hope the graphics hold up, because the game looks good, but you notice that it's the frame rate's only running at 30 frames in the trailer and everything. I hope that the graphics are really good. We'll have to see.
I think I hear something. I know where the Resonant is, Zoe. I'll call you back.
Resonants are the dominant threat in what's our most ambitious game to date. And we can't wait to share it with you later in 2026.
What the hell? It's a boss. Oh my god, it's so crazy. Artistic as hell. All right. So, I would say it looks good. It does look like previous games, definitely prototype, and of course, Spider-Man, the modern Spider-Man games, that's what this reminds me of a lot. But I will say this. It almost feels like what did I criticize most about the original Control? The combat. So it looks like, okay, this is great. They've redone all that, right? It's completely different now. That's great, but I hope it doesn't lose what the original Control was about. Like, the original Control was this crazy plot line about how they're investigating anomalies that are like supernatural in origin or maybe hyper-scientific in origin. No one can explain them. And these anomalies are causing problems in reality, like space-time is warping around these anomalies. So this Control Bureau is trying to contain these anomalies, and that leads into the plot of Alan Wake. Like, apparently the reason that something happens at that lake in Alan Wake is because there's an anomaly in the lake or whatever. So that's how the two universes cross over. I want more of that. Like, I want that plot to continue, and I want that plot to be a heavy part of this game. I also want to have a lot of lore, and I like puzzles and stuff. Like, I enjoyed the puzzles and that kind of stuff that was in Control 1. It looks like with Resonant, they've totally gone towards combat. Like, the whole game might be just going through New York City fighting enemies. And that might be fun for a bit, but if that's the entirety of the game, I'm a little nervous it's going to become way too repetitive, you know? But I think it looks promising. It definitely looks like they completely listened to feedback and said, oh, it was the combat that sucked in the first one. So let's make it completely different, and it looks good. Like, that looks fun to me. So, looks good, right? I'm excited for that. No solid release date yet, but that actually looks really good to me. Way more promising. Like, original Control, I liked, and the audience was bored with. Because people were like, it might be fun for you because of the plot and everything, but the gameplay is boring to watch. So now it looks like the gameplay might be fun. I guess we'll see. Oh, so this was announced yesterday. I don't have a video for this one, but I do want to talk about it. You may not have heard, but guess what? Guess who else is back? Rayman is back because they're releasing a 30th anniversary edition of Rayman, okay, today. All right, so let's see here. It says vibrant colors and everything. They've redone the game. 30th anniversary edition. The original Rayman sees the grinning, quiffed hero literally strolling through each level without a care in the world for a massive amount of projectiles and tough enemies trying to stop him from freeing the caged critters. So they're saying it's today. It's out. I guess it's out right now for 20 pounds. So I guess that would be about like $25 USD. I didn't look it up yet, but apparently if you like Rayman, play Rayman. It's out today, from what I'm to understand. If you're saying, why didn't I play the video? Because I couldn't find it. Look, there's no video on this page for some reason. This is the story. There's no video on it. I didn't know there was a video. Is this the video? No. See, I think there's kind of a remake planned, and then they announced it. So it's out. $20, I guess? I don't know if you guys would want to see me play this or not. It's a dated game, 1995. So you're talking, 30 years old, 31 years old. But if you wanted to see me play it, now there's a modern way to do it. Okay? Cabal says they added rewind features and quality of life features to the game now. That's cool. Okay. All right, up next, an update on Bond. James Bond, who has a new game coming out this year, if you can believe it. It's been a while, hasn't it? The game is called 007, is it First Light? First Light. Okay, 007 First Light. Let's take a look.
Bond is immature and reckless. He's a bad influence on the other recruits who inexplicably fall victim to his charm.
So this is a origin story? It's apparently an origin story about Bond.
Look, I know where this is going. Do you mind telling me why I'm here?
I would like you to join His Majesty's Secret Service.
You what?
I know all about your exploits in Iceland.
I strongly believe that there is a need for such heart and intuition in modern spycraft. That's the very reason I'm bringing back the 00s.
So this is supposed to be the old Bonds are all retired, but now they're bringing back that program, essentially, and he's the new recruit.
Need I state the obvious? He is not ready.
James, the service is over.
You're a rare breed, Bond. I should be interested to see what you do next.
009 will employ every manner of subterfuge to avoid capture.
Try not to draw attention to yourself.
I mean, it looks good, but it's Uncharted, right? I mean, now that I've actually seen the game in action, it looks exactly like Uncharted, except it has a few bells and whistles, but it looks like Uncharted.
Housekeeping, I presume?
He even does, like, wisecracks like Uncharted.
You seem the kind of guy who knows what he likes.
So you won't do anything stupid?
Of course not. I'm not an idiot.
Agents have very short life expectancy.
Uncharted with also better hand-to-hand combat, it looks like. Yeah.
And if you do get caught, we will deny ever having heard of you.
May 27th? Okay.
When do I start?
Did we know that? Did we know it was coming out in May? May 27th? Looks pretty good. Does it not? It only says PS5, though, which is weird. Hopefully it's on PC. If not, I'll play it on my PS5 Pro, but hopefully it would be also on PC, right? So looks good. We haven't had a game like that in a long time, quite frankly, right? We haven't of that style. Let me see if I had that date already. May 27th? Yes, I already had it. I already had that written down. Okay, cool. Okay, this one. Honestly, this one's a little surprising, but maybe not. Let's take a look at this one. I'm not even going to tell you what it is. Ready? Here we go. Keep going. Keep rolling.
I sense suffering here, Spirit. Do you need help?
No, leave me alone.
A spirit guide?
Looks much better than the first one,
It's been a
graphical
long time
wise.
since we've had one of your kind in Cosmora. I'm glad you're here. That temple has been sealed as long as I can remember. Dangerous corruption was locked inside, along with the secrets of a forgotten practice.
Once again, I'll just say, I just don't understand why they do trailers at 30 frames when most people play at 60 frames these days. I don't know why the trailer's in 30 frames. And the game looks good. Like, this is the sequel to Kena Bridge of Spirits, for the record. I really liked Kena Bridge of Spirits. I was really entertained by it and thought that it was a great game, but didn't necessarily resonate with my audience at the time, who thought that it was too repetitive and not as interesting as I found it. But I would love to play the sequel. I hope that you guys will join me for that, because I would like to play this.
Spirit guides here once used alchemy to cleanse corruption. Maybe you can do the same.
Yeah, look at that environment. It's beautiful. Like I said, in 60 frames, this will look great. Again, they don't really make this kind of game often anymore, so it's refreshing to see this style of game coming back from time to time. It's very late PS2, PS3 era action, platformer, puzzle. It's a fun genre that hasn't been prominent for a long time.
Gripping to the present, which must always pass.
Nice parry, you saw that?
Longing for the past you cannot change.
Shoot him in his medallion.
Love will bind you, yearning for a future you will not see. Unbound, may you depart in peace.
Okay. Scars of Cosmora. Just 2026. Doesn't have a release date yet. But it's not a PS5 exclusive. It's actually on Steam as well. I'll probably play it on PC. Looks good. Looks great. Right? I think that looks really good, honestly. Like I said, I really liked the first one. So I want to play this one for sure. Ooh, this next one I'm actually pretty excited for. The next one we're about to watch together. Okay. All right, ready? Yeah, I'm really excited for this next one coming up. This one is probably one of my favorites. If it's good, I don't know because I haven't watched it yet. But this is a good announcement for me. I hope it's good for you. Ready? Here we go. It's back, baby. 40th anniversary of Castlevania. Let's do it.
His Most Royal Majesty. By the grace of God, the King of France.
It's basically a new Symphony of the Night is what it is. Right up my alley, now that I've played Silksong and I'm playing Hollow Knight, I'm down for a new Castlevania in the classic style. Look at this. The only thing I will say, the graphics are kind of Hades-esque. Take a look at the color palettes used. Take a look at the almost cartoony nature of some of the stuff on the screen right now as I pause it. And some people might have issue with that and say, why does it look like Hades? Right? Outside of that, the gameplay elements, the gothic style is very Castlevania. I think they did hit it here. It looks really good. They nailed it.
So now, we appeal to you. Trevor Belmont.
Trevor Belmont.
Last of House Belmont.
Looks good. When's that out? Oh, I hate that. 2026. Okay, I'm happy it's coming out. I want a date. Stop saying the year. The year is not a date. Okay? Yeah, this is made by... Is it made by Dead Cells devs? Yeah. Okay. We'll have to see. I really hope it's Castlevania. Because first of all, Konami made a big announcement that this is just one of many projects they are now working on because they are fully reviving Castlevania. Like, it is back. It's going to be one of their prominent franchises again. I'm happy for that because I love classic Castlevania. I don't like the stupid modern Castlevania games that came out that I played. They were terrible. I hated those games. So, obviously, I'm happy to see classic Castlevania return, but I hope it's in the right hands. I guess we'll see. Especially now the era of prominence where Metroidvanias are becoming hype again with games like Hollow Knight Silksong. So, okay. Here's a surprise, I think. Here we go.
A man with your skill set must be able to move unconstrained, unrestricted.
That's right. A man of taste and style must also be unhindered in combat.
He must be versatile, capable, adaptable.
Hoi! Look at this. Fight in the alley, fight in the kitchen. Nice counter kick to stop the knife.
He must be grounded, stable, constant.
Did he just block a bullet with his wrist? What was that?
I believe you are ready, sir.
And a surprise twist, they pan up, and it's Agent 47, and then they cut back to the other scene, and 47 just does the garrote to freaking John Wick's neck. He goes, zoop! He says, ha, I killed him in my game, now I'm the new lead. Okay, obviously not. I've never seen that guy before. Who's that? Ouch. Oh, man, bone breaking. Oh, ooh. Oh! Right in the eye. Yikes. Oh.
Hi, I'm Chad Stahelski. Today is a big day for the John Wick franchise. In collaboration with Saber and Lionsgate, I'm thrilled to share a first look at the John Wick video game currently in development. Follow along the journey because we have a lot more to show.
Okay. Well, we don't know anything about it, right? No release date, but now we know it's in development. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yes, that is true. We're not going to react to that or anything, but someone just mentioned, FYI, if anyone is interested, yesterday they put the original Dino Crisis 1 and 2 onto Steam. You could buy it and play it right now. They just added that to Steam, and that was a problem because remember, we played Dino Crisis, a little over a year ago, and I had to play it on PS5 because they just added it digitally to PS5 with some quality of life features. So now it's actually on Steam. You can now play those games on there, okay? Okay. All right. Now, the next two things are kind of like main event announcements. I saved them for last on purpose. After this, I'll see what you guys want to talk about for the rest of the show. If there's other stuff you want me to react to or whatever. So, final two videos to react to right now. Okay? Here we go. This is how you're supposed to react, right? Whoa! Whoa!
Your son has returned.
The original Kratos is back.
Hey, what's happening, fam? It is OGTC, the original God of War. How y'all doing today? I'm so glad you're hanging out, and I want you to know as we close out this last few months of the God of War's 20th anniversary, I'm thrilled to bring you some exciting news about this.
They did it. They did the alternate camera angles again. Why do they always, when they're doing coverage of video game announcements, have two camera angles on the person? Why do we need to have two camera angles on this man? They're driving me nuts. It is a pet peeve of mine at this point. Stop it.
Series today. Now look, we are happy and excited to finally confirm that the Greek trilogy remake is now in development. Yeah, man, I know. Sit down. Now look, this project is still in the early stages, so it'll be a minute before we get back to share another update, right? But I'm telling you, next time we come back, we coming with something big, baby. Yeah. So
he's so charismatic.
I want to say thank you. Thank you all for your patience. You've been waiting, so thank you for your patience. But most of all, I want to thank you all for supporting this God of War franchise all these years. Appreciate you. Peace.
That's it. Just an announcement that they're making it. So that's cool. I mean, it could be, you know, years and years before this comes out. You would think they would want this to come out right before the next major installment of the God of War franchise, which we don't know even what that is. They haven't even announced that yet. So it'll probably be this first and then the next God of War, right? There you go. Okay. And last but certainly not least, because this one legit leads into today's content that I'm putting out on this very stream. Okay, you ready? Let's go. It's time for a shadow dropped game. Here it is. From Mega Cat Studios, my favorite game studio, of course.
Before I was a god, I was a Spartan.
Spartans! Our duty is to Sparta. Fear is a reaction. Courage is a decision. Press your attack!
Look familiar.
Don't relent! Never on our backs! Never left behind! Always united!
The legendary saga of gods and monsters, of tragedies and triumphs, of destruction and redemption begins here.
Heroes, be ready for Sparta!
Notice it's not the Omega yet.
This is only the beginning.
So that's out right now. Well, it came out yesterday afternoon, and that's what we're going to be playing today. So what does it look like? Hollow Knight, Castlevania. It's that style of game. It's a Metroidvania. That's basically God of War, right? How cool is that? So we're going to check that out today, live on this very stream. That's our gameplay for today. And if it's good, we'll keep playing it. It's $30 for the record, so it must be a lengthy game. If they're charging $30 for that, it's got to be a full-fledged game. So I got it. It's already ready to go, but it is a PlayStation 5 exclusive, to warn you. You have to have a PS5 to play it. So outside of that, if you don't, you're out of luck. Luckily, I have a PS5 Pro. I actually booted mine up, updated it, charged the controller, got everything ready for today so we could play it. Okay? Cool. So let's hope it's a pretty good lengthy game. I hope. I hope it's not like a 2-hour experience like Terminator 2, but I guess we'll see. It should be good. Okay? So hopefully you will stick around. Hopefully you'll join me after the podcast for the premiere of God of War Sons of Sparta, and hopefully it's a good game. We'll find out together. Okay? Sweet. All right. Oh, yeah. Do you want me to check that out? One more. People are saying check out Project Windless. I didn't get that one queued up. Okay, hold on. I will get that. I typed, I swear. What? I started typing and searching on YouTube. It auto-populated Bad Bunny Halftime. What is going on? I started auto-playing a video. Wow, YouTube's stupid. Okay, here it is. I didn't even click anything. It starts auto-playing videos. Here it is. Project Windless. Let's check this out. This will be the last thing I react to, okay? Oh, great. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, I didn't even know it was a novel. The Bird That Drinks Tears. Anyone heard of this novel before? This is loud.
Born of the goddess.
Oh, I don't know why it's so loud.
You filthy creatures.
Those are the snake people?
Faithless, soulless, unclean.
Snake people, snake people.
Never yours to keep. How dare you stand in the way of purity, little king?
Nah. All right, this was a bad idea. Let's get the hell out of here. Oh my god. It's a freaking chicken. It's a freaking chicken. Look at this. He made it clap. Whoa. Ha! Wow. Interesting. So it looked like you'll be teaming up with an army on your side, and you'll take out a whole other side while you're fighting. But there's also be bosses and, you know, more complex combat, see? Against tougher enemies. Project Windless. Interesting. I don't even know how to respond to that. It's in development for PS5. That's it. So no release date or anything for it. It's just in development. But that's an interesting announcement. So that's what this is why people liked State of Play yesterday. Because there was so much variety that was announced. So many different kinds of games. Some games have release dates now. Like, people got really excited because there's so much going on right now in games. And that's the thing. Like, kind of, it was dry for a bit there. And all of a sudden, we got a ton of game announcements back to back. Looks promising. That actually makes me feel excited for this year of games, because a lot of those games are coming out in 2026. It makes me feel better about this year. Quite frankly, it kind of makes me feel a lot more positive about this year than last year. So, all right. So that's what I have. I mean, what a packed show, right? We're almost at an hour and a half already, and it feels like we just started. So whatever you guys want to talk about, tag me in the chat. Let's have a little bit of Q&A back and forth. And then after that, we will get ready to try out God of War, Sons of Sparta. Okay? To my knowledge, no, they didn't show more of Wolverine, did they? I don't think that they showed more of the Wolverine game. That was not part of the State of Play. Unless I missed it, but I don't think they did. Crimson Desert, I'm going to try. Absolutely, I'm going to try it. Okay? What's my favorite announcement? Oh, man, there's a lot of good ones there. You know? I don't know. I don't know if anything was my favorite. Like, there's so much good stuff there that that I'm excited for now, that I'm looking forward to this year. Cyberelk, I did not see your super chat. Cyberelk just did a €2 super chat. I'm sorry, Cyberelk. He says, the new control kind of looks like Hell Is Us. Oh, I hope not. I played Hell Is Us. I didn't really like it. I played the beta or the demo or whatever it was. It wasn't my thing. I thought it was kind of meh. I think that control hopefully will be better than that. But I guess we'll see. Is this a demo or full game? Oh, no. This game we're about to play, God of War Sons of Sparta, is a full-fledged game. It's $30. It's only on PlayStation Network. You cannot play it on anything but PlayStation 5, and you can get it right now. It came out yesterday afternoon. Am I excited for Sorrows? Yeah, Sorrows essentially is just the spiritual successor, follow-up. You can even kind of call it a sequel to Returnal. It's basically the same game, only with more advanced stuff in it, but it looks pretty good. I am excited for that. Nothing here says, not a question. I just want to say I appreciate you trying games at launch or close to launch. Good stuff, right? How different is it that I have the ability to do this? I'm really, like, normally I'd be like, oh, no, sorry, I'm in the midst of other games. I can't check out this new game today, or I'm sorry, I can't afford it. Now I'm like, yes, jump right in. Try a new game today. Let's see if it's good. Maybe it's something you want to try, and you'll find out because we're trying it today. That's the awesome part of changing how I cover stuff now. Gareth, yes, I did see that. Gareth did a £5 super chat and says, did you see an announcement for a new Dead or Alive game after they announced Dead or Alive 6 last round? Yes. They said, basically, there's a new Dead or Alive in development, but they didn't show anything. So, not too crazy about that. Plus, to be honest, the Dead or Alive franchise ain't great. It always has been kind of the really, how can I say? Dead or Alive is not a bad franchise. Just, it doesn't really resonate with competitive audiences, meaning it's there, it's flashy, people buy it, but it doesn't usually stick around. It's usually a game that gets played a little bit and then dropped right away. For me, the reason that I don't like Dead or Alive that much is because of its gameplay elements. It plays like rock, paper, scissors. Like, what is it? Is it punches? Is it punches, kicks, throw, and then there's like a dodge or reversal button or whatever? And so basically, everything beats everything in a circle, right? So if you do this attack, do this other attack, rock, paper, scissors, you win. If you do the throw, well, then this will beat the throw, right? Isn't it? It's punch, it's strike. I think it's punches and kicks, counter, throw, right? So punches and kicks beat throws. Throws beat counter. Counter beats punches and kicks. And it's just a big loop like that. So there's not that much to it. It's fine, but it's just not competitively. It doesn't hold water compared to like Street Fighter. So you play it for a bit, you have some fun with it, but you don't really take it seriously. And I never really did. I think the time I took Dead or Alive the most seriously, it was the major launch fighting game for Xbox 360 before they had Street Fighter 4 and other stuff. So everyone bought it and everyone played it. And it had the Spartan in it. Or one of the Spartans was in it. It wasn't like the Spartan, but one of the Halo fighters was in it and stuff like that. So everyone played it until basically real fighting games came out. As soon as Street Fighter hit the scene, Mortal Kombat's reboot, everyone said screw DOA and dropped it. Now, I'm not saying that I haven't watched it over the years, or played it over the years, I should say, but it's just, it doesn't hold water. I usually play just a little bit and then I drop it and play something else, Okay, you're loving the Pride theme today, says LaJoy Boy. It's not a Pride theme. This is Street Fighter's theme. Street Fighter 6's theme is purple and blue. That's actually the colors of Street Fighter 6. And this is the Street Fighter 6 logo, or I should say font, and Street Fighter 6 art. But I have 3 colors of this. Let me show you. I have rainbow, I have yellow and orange, and then I have blue and yellow. So I could have done any of those. But I wanted to do red text today because we're doing God of War. So that's supposed to be like God of War text at the bottom. So I just tossed in the rainbow colors. There you go. Very nice. There you go. The Only Moxer says, I appreciate you're trying this out today. I'm open-minded. I love God of War, but I don't know if I'm going to like this. Me either. Listen, thank goodness recently I have played Silksong and I'm currently playing Hollow Knight. And I like Castlevania. It kind of looks like both to me. So let's test it today. Let's see how the game plays. If it's good, great, then I'll play the whole game, but I don't know if we're going to play the whole game. We'll see. We'll test it today. How much is the game? $30. $29.99 plus tax, of course. So $30 for this God of War game, and we'll see, is there enough content to justify that price tag? Like, I love the Terminator 2D No Fate game, but it ain't a $30 game. You know what I mean? It's more like a $15 game. So let's see if this game has content or not. Cool. All right. Again, anything else you guys want to chat about before we adjourn? Just curious, what's on your minds? And for the record, if you like the fact that I'm doing these big react things now on the podcast, okay? If you like the fact that I'm playing this game today, just to try it for something different so we could see if it's something you like, please support today's stream. Give it a like. Give it engagement right now. We have over 300 viewers on YouTube, which I'm shocked we have that many. We have, how many on Kick? It didn't load. Hold on. Over 100 on Kick, right? Let's get some engagement going. Like the stream right now. Let's get it to 100 likes if we can. That'll help the channel a lot. All right? Please support the stream. Whether it's if you're on the YouTube side, super chats and memberships. If you're on the Kick side, some kicks or a sub or a tip via PayPal. Please support today's stream if you like what I'm doing. Okay? Again, new initiatives this year, trying to show you guys I'm serious about changing positively for the better. Let's go. I don't know what that is. Rev Noir trailer? What is that? Don't know what Rev Noir is. I mean, I'm done reacting. I'm not going to react to anything else right now. But I didn't hear about Rev Noir. What is that? I did not know that they... Oh, the new Tenchu? That's still in development, right? Like, there's no updates on that yet? I'm pretty sure the new Tenchu is still in development. What's up, No Sleep, New Real Vibes? How you doing, man? Enjoying your lunch? Cool. You wish they would have shown more Wolverine? That's kind of the one big Sony thing that was missing. Yeah, you're right. Chris says, the Chinese food you got the other night, he's talking about my marathon last week. Watching you eat that fried rice had me laughing to tears. That was not good. And I've eaten from that place before, and it's been good. So it was shocking that it was that bad. I don't know what happened. It's weird. Like, my wife and I have certain restaurants that we like to order from. And sometimes we'll order from them. It'll be, like, amazing. Like, wow, this was great. And then we'll order again. It'll be, like, terrible. Like, what the hell just happened? You know? Escape Velocity just says, are you concerned that your streams are going to become too chill and too positive? Yes. Yes. In fact, hold on. Let me do something completely embarrassing that everyone on the internet will talk about. Let's go. What can I do? Take my shirt off? Suck a cucumber? Kiss a chicken? Oh, wait. Those have already been done, so no one would talk about them. Shit. Damn it. No, I don't know what this is, this Rev Noir. I did not hear about it. I don't know what that is. Rev Noir? I'll have to look into it then. I did not know about anything called Rev Noir. No, I can't do the banana song because I seriously still don't know it. I've watched it. What is it? I like banana, tasty banana. I don't... Again, for me, these things that become crazy memes are like a silly moment, right? Here I am, I'm playing Donkey Kong 64. I'm losing my mind because the game is insane, right? The game is so busted, delayed, just a mess. And I'm legit losing it. And I was like, that's it. I'm just going to do something stupid. I start singing about bananas. And then people turn it into a freaking meme. Where is it? We can watch it. Where the hell is it? Because I don't really know the meme. You guys turned it into a meme, not me. Where the hell is it? I know it's in this list. Of course, now that I want it, I can't find it. I know it's in this list. What the hell? Where is it? Now I can't find it. Ah, here it is. All right, here we go. Ready? Let's go. Let's go. Let's do something embarrassing today. This stream was too positive. Here we go. Get me that banana. I did it too early. I need banana, tasty banana. Put a banana in my mouth. See, I don't know that. I don't. Wait, does it say it comes in denim? Is that what I actually say there? Hold on a second.
Not in my mouth. Squeeze the peel, it comes in denim.
No, I never said it comes in denim. That's not what that is. I said something else.
Tasty banana, put banana in my mouth. Squeeze the peel, it comes in denim.
Squeeze the peel, here comes the nana. That's what I said. Squeeze the peel, here comes the nana. That's what I said. Not it comes in denim, here comes the nana. Like banana, for short for banana. So I just completely blew your mind because that's the true song. Are you ready? Here we go.
Get me that banana. Hold on tight, here we go. I need banana,
tasty banana, put banana in my mouth, squeeze the peel, here comes the banana. See, it's just, here comes banana. That's what I said. Not it comes in denim.
Squeeze banana. Yes.
There you go. So all these years you've been saying the wrong thing because you're stupid. Because you're so dumb you couldn't even understand what I was saying. I said, squeeze the peel, here comes banana. That's what I said, not denim. Denim? Why would I say it comes in denim? What, are you stupid? I never said it comes in denim. That's definitely not what I said there. Okay. I received a $2 tip. This person says, do you think Capcom should be ballsy and kill off Leon at the end of Resident Evil 9? If you consider Chris, Claire, Jill, Leon, and the big four of Resident Evil, they've always survived. Well, every hero survived, no? No one never dies. I mean, the original cast did. If you remember, in the beginning of Resident Evil 1, almost all the STARS people die inside the mansion, except for Chris, Jill, and Barry. Chris, Jill, and Barry escape. And of course, we know Wesker escapes too, even though you don't know that at the time. But after that, like every game, they all survive, right? None of them die. Also, who else is it? Rebecca Chambers survives, right? And then later, Claire, Leon survive. Ada Wong always survives. Everyone always survives. No one ever dies. So if they did kill Leon at the end, I mean, that would be shocking. I think that's what they're alluding to, showing that he was infected. But at the same time, understand he also had the Las Plagas infection, and he survived that too. So very much he could survive whatever he has now. I did not say it comes in denim. Guys, okay, this is the most ridiculous thing possible. Are you ready for this? I've had it. You people are so crazy on the internet. Listen. We're going to watch it one more time. I want you to open your goddamn ears and listen to what I say here. Are you ready?
Banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze the peel, it comes in denim.
In comes the nana, is what I said. In comes the nana. And I kind of stumbled over my words. Squeeze the peel, in comes the nana. That's exactly what I said. Has nothing to do with denim. You heard what you wanted to hear and turned it into a meme that doesn't exist, which is literally what you've done the entire time that I've been on the internet. You say or do whatever you want to believe, and then you act like it's a fact that it's not. No one ever said anything about denim. You literally made it up. It's not real. You're a weird person or people who literally hear what you want. You ready? One more time.
Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze the peel, it comes in denim.
In comes the nana. That's what I just said. In comes the nana. Has nothing to do with denim, but you make it up. And this is what I mean. That's my existence on the internet. Phil did this today. Well, he didn't. You made it up, or you twisted it to act like that's what it was when it wasn't. But you can believe whatever you want, or you can listen to reality. There's your evidence in black and white right in fucking front of you. That it never even happened. But you guys are crazy. Like, seriously. Anyway. So, super chat from Jokeniv, or Jokeniv, 100 sec. Let's see what that is. $100 sec is $11.22. And this person says, I believe that people can change. Here's some support from Sweden's. Cheers. Thank you so much. I appreciate that very much. Thank you to... I can't really pronounce Jokeniv, maybe? Thank you for the super chat. 1122 of support. Much appreciated. Thank you. Dude, okay. You really have to stop. I'm not even kidding you. There's someone in Kick Chat saying, you're saying denim. We just listened to it a million times. The word is not denim. It's like me stumbling over a word, and it sounds to me like I'm saying, in comes the nana. Like, squeeze the peel, in comes the nana, like into your mouth, right? That's the point. Like, I was joking about squeezing a banana into your mouth. That's the whole thing. Why would I say it comes in denim? Are you an idiot? What the fuck in the game had to do with denim? What do bananas have to do with denim? You're just stupid. And the thing is, you have repeated that phrase so much over the years. You now have programmed your brain to believe that's what I'm saying, even when we just listen to it over and over and it's not what I'm saying in the clip. That's how crazy you are. That's the cult mentality of people who hate people on the internet. You have actually created a mob of people who believe something is fact when the evidence is in your fucking face that it's not fact. You still believe it. Holy shit, man. I just got a $2 tip. Compare the buzz after any State of Play or Xbox showcase to the buzz after a Jeff Keighley show where he shows 100 Soulsborne clones and shit like Highguard as the grand finale. Jeff Keighley is horrible at preview shows and they always suck. Bring back E3. No, I will say this. Jeff Keighley at one point was good. Like, remember when he was revealing Elden Ring and shit like that? But the thing is now, let's be honest here. Jeff Keighley and his preview shows like the Game Awards and Summer Game Fest, it's now turned into how much money can be made. Instead of being the showcase of the greats, let's show off games, let's get hype for games, it's now how much money do we make with this show? So how much do we charge for the preview? How much advertisement revenue is made? That's what the show is about now. That's why the Game Awards are held in early December. You're like, well, wait a minute. How could it be the Game Awards? The year didn't end yet. There's still more games coming out in December. Oh, well, forget them. They're never considered because Jeff needs to put out his show at the beginning of December for ad revenues for Christmas. That's the truth. So anyway, yeah, that's what I believe. It sucks. Like, I do believe at one point, Jeff Keighley was totally into it because he was a gamer, because he was into gaming and he wanted to cover gaming better than the big boys, that he was going to do it better than E3. He was going to do it better than any of the individual things. And he was doing that. I feel like he was doing a great job, but he's fallen off. He has absolutely fallen off in the last few years. Now his shows are pretty shitty. That's why I don't even watch. I'm not going to watch the Game Awards. I'm not wasting my time with that shit. There's no point. It's way overbloated. I'll just wait and I'll react to the trailers that are important the next day and not have to waste my time watching that crap. There you go. Now, you know what? That's the attitude that you should have. Humble Water Filter Salesman just says, you know, I just find the song a funny moment. I don't really care about the last line. Good. I don't either. I never even knew the song. All I heard was people coming into my chat talking about the banana song, and I'd be like, I don't even know what you're talking about. It was a moment where obviously I was losing my mind. The game had driven me nuts because it was so difficult, so unpolished, such a mess. And here I am trying to like play it to the point where, if you remember, I told everyone I'm 100%ing this game. And everyone said to me, why? Why are you 100%? You never 100% a game. Why would you 100% Donkey Kong 64? Do you remember my answer? Because this game is so bad, I never want to play it again ever in my life. So I'm going to make sure there's never a reason for me to ever return. And if I 100% it, I've seen everything and I never have to come back to it. So I literally forced myself, tortured myself to 100% it. So now I never have to play it again. Yeah, that's how bad the game was, right? Okay. I'm glad that I'm giving them a denim meme, because every time that they bring up a denim meme, it's going to show how retarded they are. And I'm going to call them out for their low levels of intelligence and stupidity, that they thought that that was me saying denim all these years, when in reality, I never said it once. They made it up, and now they believe it because they're stupid. So every time that they say denim and they put it in a meme and they make a joke about it, they're saying I'm a fucking idiot. Every single time. It's just complete self-recognition of their immense empty heads. So I hope that they do it. I really do. What's up, stepdad? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. No, to be honest, I still don't remember the song, because someone just says, you didn't remember the song till people kept bringing it up. I still don't remember this. Like, I remember being crazy about this game and it driving me nuts, but I don't even remember this moment, like singing this song. I don't. For me, it's like that quote from the Street Fighter movie that M. Bison says to Chun-Li. For you, the day that Bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. For me, it was Tuesday. You know? It's the same thing. Like, for you guys, this was like some epic freaking moment of Phil acting like a fool that we can make fun of him forever. For me, it's just nothing. It was a fart in the wind. It passed. Who cares? It's called hyper-obsession, hyper-focus, hypermania. It's not normal human behavior. Okay? When you focus on a moment like that, that doesn't mean anything. That says more about you than it says about the person who said the thing on a whim and didn't mean anything by it. Do you see? What's up, Satan? How are you today, man? How you doing? There's zero chance I'm ever playing Donkey Kong 64 again. Okay, let me reiterate that. I'll say that in a different way. There's no way I'm ever playing Donkey Kong 64 again in that method. If they remaster the game and it plays well, like let's say it actually controls well, like they make a full remaster, they design the game back from the ground up with better graphics, improved controls, quality of life improvements, then I would play it again. There is absolutely no way I am playing that original game again. That game is a fucking traumatic mess. Like, that is torture to have to try to play that fucking game today. It just, there's no enjoyment in it. Seriously. It's just a pain in the ass. Am I rocking sweat today wearing a dress shirt? No, it is 73 degrees in my studio today. Why is it 73 degrees? Because there's nice clouds and rain outside today. So normal winter weather. That's how it's supposed to be, is clouds and rain. So it's insanely comfortable in here today. So I can wear nice clothes and not be sweating it out. Super Bonchan says, I'm confused. What was supposed to come in denim? He's still trying to bait me. You know what was supposed to come in denim? The brain diaper that my detractors wear to hold their brains in their ears so it doesn't leak out. It comes in denim, apparently. Is it working? Okay. All right. What else do you guys want to talk about? Because, again, we actually have to end the show now. We're almost going 2 hours. And I knew it was going to be a very long podcast today, to be clear. But what would you guys like to chat about for the rest of the show? Do you have any topics, or are we good? Did we cover everything thoroughly? Good React show, right? We talked about the nonsense. We got the drama out of the way, which is good that we got it done with. And like I said, we talked about nonsense, and we reacted to a whole bunch of gameplay stuff. I think it was a pretty darn good podcast. Okay. How do you abstain from eating junk food? Do I have any insights? Yeah, number one, you don't have it. If there's no junk food in your house, you can't eat it. So you don't buy it. That way you can't eat it. That's number one. Number two, have other things going on that distract you from eating junk food. Like, for example, always have water next to you. Every once in a while, have a coffee. Those are appetite suppression tactics, so you don't want to stuff your face with snack foods all day. Seriously. And then, once you get those snack foods out of your diet, you start eating the right things, like things that are low sugar, low fat, high protein. And once you start eating those things, that's what your body starts to crave. So you'll have, no exaggeration, you'll have a piece of delicious, like, roasted chicken, and you'll have a cupcake sitting next to each other on your countertop, and you'll reach for the chicken. You will not want the cupcake. You'll crave the chicken because that's what your body wants. Alex says, do you think it's a bad thing that games are relying on nostalgia to sell instead of developing ideas, like Resident Evil 9 bringing back Leon and Raccoon City as the setting seems like a crutch? No, and here's why. They tried to not do that. Remember, Resident Evil 7 and 8 heavily relied on new lore. Everything was almost new. Ethan was a new character, Ethan Winters, and the mold monster nonsense and all of that was new. Yeah, there was an appearance in there by Chris, but it was like very bare bones to tie it to the story of original Resident Evil. I think, honestly, they needed to have that tie back to the classic, or else why are you going to call it Resident Evil? Just call it something else. Call it Mold Monster Chronicles or something, right? Now, I do feel that there are times when they lean upon nostalgia and ties to old series to sell games. For example, Silent Hill F is not a Silent Hill game. I don't care what the title says. I don't care what the publisher, the developer says. Silent Hill F is not a Silent Hill game. It plays nothing like Silent Hill. It doesn't take place in Silent Hill. It has literally nothing to do with Silent Hill. Nothing. Besides there's horror. That's it. So they sold that one purely on nostalgia with the name. And that, I think, is messed up. I don't think that they should have done that. What's going on, Casanova? How you doing? Welcome. Soul Calibur 2, good lord. Why would you want Soul Calibur 2? That's a blast from the past. Casanova says, I've said this before, all the original Silent Hill games were 100% developed in Japan, away from all of us. The soul has gone. Yeah, wasn't it called, wasn't there a name? Wasn't it like Team Silent Hill or something who made the first 4 games? And that's why they all kind of feel like they have that same vibe, albeit Silent Hill 4 is a little different, but I think they were all made by the same dev team or the core team. And then after that, every other game after that has been made by a different team, and that's why they feel so dramatically different, right? I mean, I will say this. I think that Annapurna, was it Annapurna? Whoever made the Silent Hill 2 remake, it wasn't Annapurna. Who was it that made that? I forgot. I'm having a brain fart right now. Whoever did the Silent Hill 2 remake, they did a great job of nailing that atmosphere again, especially with the fact that it wasn't just a straight up remake, but actually continued the plot of the original Silent Hill 2, which I don't know how many people caught on, but Silent Hill 2 remake is a sequel to Silent Hill 2. It's not a remake, it's a sequel. Yeah. Bloober Team, thank you, Bloober Team. I think they did a great job with that, and I hope this new one they're making also is just as good. We'll have to see. I don't know why I said Annapurna. It's Bloober Team, yeah. Do I ever think there will be a free-to-play fighting game, hold on, that will be successful, unlike 2XKO, or will it never work for the genre? It's a tough question, because fighting games thrive on three things. Number one, the initial sales of the game. Number two, the downloadable content afterward, whether that be skins, whether that be new characters like season passes, okay? And number three, actual advertisement revenue and sponsorships based on the competitive scene around the game, all right? It takes all three of those things to really make a very successful fighting game. You can have one or two and be okay. If you have all three, that's the trifecta. That's the recipe for success with fighting games, okay? If you already are cutting out the initial sale, that's already one revenue source you have cheated yourself out of. And now you have to rely solely on a customer base that like your game enough that they're going to spend of their own free will without the initial investment to buy the game, right? So take a look at High Guard. And I know it's not a fighting game. High Guard comes out, it's free to play. Everyone runs to the game because it's free to play and they want to see if it's good. Within a day, they realize it's not. And you go from like 90,000 plus players to 30,000 to 11,000 to 5,000. Now I think it has like 2,000. It's like pathetically bad now, right? So that's the problem. When your game is free to play, you're always going to get an insane original installed base. But if you don't have a catch, a reason for people to actually come back and spend, why would they? There might be people who very well will play your game and like it and never spend $1 anyway because it's free. Right? If I don't need to buy that cosmetic, why would I? If my main character is one of the free-to-play cast you put at the launch of the game, then why would I spend for the DLC character if I'm already happy with what's in there? So it's dangerous. That's a dangerous thing to do. I mean, you have to have a lot of confidence that your game is going to do well to be able to give it out for free. Now, notably, where the whole free-to-play pay after for downloads and customizations formula works, that works with mobile games. Why? Because a mobile game typically is not a full-fledged game. Usually it's a mini game. It's a bunch of point and clicks, it's a bunch of taps, it's a bunch of nonsense. It's a time killer. So it doesn't take insane amounts of time and money to develop the mobile game. There are cases where they do, but most mobile games aren't $1 million budgets, 100-employee rosters to develop. They're mostly, hey, slap this together and see if people will download it for free. And if they like it, maybe then they'll get addicted to a formula where they have to spend to play. What formula would there ever be in a fighting game spend to play? Right? Unless it's like you get it for free, but then after a month, then you have to pay a subscription each month to play, like $5 a month. And that would be tricky because think of it this way. What if 2XKO were free at launch, but then after 30 days of playing it, you now have to spend $5 a month to keep playing it or it locks down and you can't play it ever again. So now person can decide, hey, do I want to play it 1 more month, 2 more months? I can stop my subscription at one time if I'm going to stop playing it, but then I can renew it later. But think of it this way. What if you really like 2XKO and you keep playing it? Well, then you very well could spend $60 in a year for a game that probably isn't worth $60. It's probably worth like $30, right? So it's tricky. Like, who would do that? That's the thing. Yak Almighty just said, like, similar to arcades where you had to buy coins to keep playing if you lose. That's how it used to be. You never owned a fighting game. You went and paid. It was a privilege. You were renting the time on the cabinet with your quarters. So back then, think of it this way. Every week, you'd be spending $5 to $10, to maybe sometimes $20 to play a fighting game in arcades. If you spent $20 a weekend, right? Now you're spending $80 a month just to play that game. That's how it used to be. You know, that formula used to work. But now we're so used to buying the game up front, and that formula is so different, right? So the only way I think a fighting game could work as a free-to-play is you have to find a way that you're going to hook the customer, that they are going to continuously spend money on the game. But what would that be? I don't know if people would pay $5 a month to play 2XKO when every other game is free after you buy it, right? Street Fighter doesn't charge you for online play. Mortal Kombat doesn't charge you for online play. Tekken doesn't. So why would you pay for this specific one? You probably wouldn't. You probably say, oh, I don't see the value there. So then what is it that's going to hook the customer? Cosmetics? I don't know. I don't know. All right, folks. I think we're done. Oh, yeah, Casanova, we did the reacting. We reacted to for over like an hour. So the reacting's done. Rewind on this show. The first segment of the show was about nonsensical drama stuff, and I got it out of the way. And then we got right to the reacting. It was like an hour of reacting. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you to those who chilled. Thank you to those who supported. Good show. Remember, no show tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow. I come back on Sunday, and on Sunday we'll have another podcast to start another fresh 6-day week of streaming, and it'll be a good time, okay? So thank you guys for watching the Level 1 podcast. Now, don't go anywhere, because we're about to try a brand new game. We're about to try God of War, Sons of Sparta. So stick around to see if that game is any good, okay? Alrighty, guys. Thank you so very much for a great episode of the Level 1 podcast. I enjoy my time every single time when we do this show, and I can't wait to do it all again starting this coming Sunday. Everyone have a safe Saturday. See you soon. Peace out.